Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique and welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. So if you are rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future, family, and finances, so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. Today is Thursday, December the 26th. You will see this on Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the week and the last day. And Friday, December the 27th is a payday for me. Just got paid Friday night. So yes, I am in a great mood. We are here to do a budget with me for the paycheck that I am receiving today. You should be seeing this, like I mentioned before, on Friday. And we're going to talk through just a few financial goals that I have, but not do the whole thing overall. So I am a digital planner, and I'm going to be a digital planner going forward. I've been doing a hybrid thing since I got married to Sweets back in May. And I've been doing that so that he would be able to look at the paper copy. I could look at my digital copy. We tend to talk on Sundays when he gets back in from working over the weekend in South Carolina. And so we would typically do that, talk through our stuff that we have. And a lot of times I could hand him the paper budget and for him to review, but he just is listening to what it is that I have to say. And I would say maybe twice over the last 8 months has he really pulled out that binder to look at it, or to look at the paper copies. So we're going into 2025, doing things a little bit different. That's going to be one of the things we're going to do differently. I'm just going to go back to just being a digital planner. And whatever conversations we need to have, we can have them. And then if there is, for some reason, I need to pull back out that paper planner and get back into that groove, then I will. But right now, that is not the case. All right. So we're going with the Dash Planner right now for 2025. I talked about this before, and it is one that I am trying to align, not just this as my overall catch-all planner, but also to handle my budget items as well. I was going to go with their particular finance page. So I'm going to go back here and go to the finance page. So I was going to use their particular finance page and use this going forward using the categories that they have outlined, just to try something different. Now, I am still going to use the categories based on the way that Dash Planner has it outlined. Let me first say that. So I am going to still use those categories, but I am not going to use their finance pages because I was able to get the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck workbook digitally for $10 this past weekend. She was running a sale. Normally it's $30. I got it for $10. And so that's what we'll be using going forward. So I did want to go ahead and break that out. Next thing I will tell you is that I am going into the goals and to the overview and doing like the quarterly overview, etc. So I will have a video at some point that comes out around my 2025 goals, but we will talk about some of the things that I want to do financially here now, as we're working into this budget with me. And then the last thing I will mention just around the Dash Planner overall is that I have moved from GoodNotes over into Noteful. So I don't know who is watching this that may be a digital planner, but I can tell you I have been fiddling around with Noteful. Based on a YouTube video that I saw from a young lady. I think her YouTube channel name is Miranda, and that's it. But she's been creating a couple of videos and it's got the juices flowing, but it's let me know how many different options that you have available in Noteful. And I'll show you one just right away. So one of the things that you can do is build layers in Noteful. GoodNotes could never. How about that? But one of the things you could do is build layers. And as you build layers, you can actually lock them or unlock them. I think you guys can see those choices there. You can lock them or you can unlock them based on what you need. So for my layer 2, that's where I'm going to have my calendar numbers. And as you see, I think I just touched that. Yep, there you go. See how that moves? All right. And that's because I have this layer unlocked. I'm going to go in and lock that calendar layer now. and I'm going to unlock the back screen. And notice now my numbers don't move, but look at that. She moves and the calendar numbers will stay there. So what those layers allow you to do is it allows you to make edits and changes. You can lock and unlock, and you don't have to worry about things moving that you don't want to move. That one of the things that Noteful will allow you to do is they will allow you to change the opacity of these images. So this image I got was a full-blown image, and I'll show you how it came in. This is what it looked like when I first got it. She looked like that. She cute. Noteful will allow you to change using the style, the opacity, which means I can make her lighter so that she feels more like a background image. Now let's put her where I want her to be. And then I'm going to lock that back screen level. And now nothing moves. Nobody. Doesn't matter what I touch. Nobody's moving. And I can go in and write what I need to, or type in whatever I need to, and I don't have to worry about all that stuff moving. Okay, Noteful is now my man, and I have broken up with GoodNotes. How about that? Okay, all right. So I have gone into the Budget Mom. I've not done all of the different pages leading up to where the budget actually starts, but one thing I did do is I did go into the January. I did mark out all of my calendar dates as far as my bills are concerned, when I get paid. When I actually click on the icon that's set aside, like you see here, for paydays, when I actually click on that, it sets me up to a hyperlink for that particular paycheck budget that I'm working on for that particular paycheck that I will receive. And so that just helps me to move a little bit faster through these sheets. And then what I'm going to do is actually set up for the budget tracker page itself. I'll set up another link up here back to the calendar so that it'll be easy to get back there. I haven't done that part yet, but I am working on that part. Okay, so we have that. But here are some changes that you will see, at least for first quarter of 2025. The first thing you'll notice up here at the top is the for finance changes for my buffer goal. So you guys might know that I have one big buffer account, and I use that for all these things because there were so many different sinking funds that I had that it was starting to become a little challenging trying to give to all of them or keep track of all of them. It started to get exhausting. So I combined a lot of different things together, made it one buffer account. And to be honest, that has worked really well over the last 3 or 4 months. I have roughly about $900 in there. I still haven't had to, I'm still working on getting up to $1,000 in the emergency sinking fund, but that is separate from the buffer, right? So what I've decided to do is for the next 2 to 3 months, I want to continue to put to the $150 per paycheck, more if I can, but $150 per paycheck towards buffer. If I do that, that should get me to about $1,500. But at the end of first quarter, I want to separate that money out. I want to have roughly about 1/3 of it. So I'm going to say we probably should have done better to do some percentages here. All right, and this is just so that if I'm not at $1,500 because I've had to use it, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to split this up. What I've decided is that our car maintenance should be separate, health should be separate, everything else is good to stay in buffer. I want to, though, not do this until after first quarter because I like giving that lump sum amount to get the amount up higher faster. And then at that point, it's easier for me to separate it out. And each of these 3 has a nice chunk available in it. But I do need to account for the fact that I may have to spend some of that money leading into that second quarter. So if that's the case, what do the percentages look like? And that's what we have here. So in essence, I'm going to have 45%, almost half of it will stay in buffer, and then give 35% to car maintenance and then 20% to health for that particular goal. The second thing that I am working on is investment. That is key for me because I haven't done it the past 2 years, and it's something that I'm wanting to get more involved with. So I have to take the steps to do it or I'll never do it. So with that said, right now I have about $5 every week going from my variable checking account to my variable buffer savings account. That keeps me from having to pay a monthly fee on either one of those banking accounts with Chase. With that said, I'm going to bump that amount up from $5 to $10. And then that will allow me at the end of the month to at least be able to allocate $30 per month towards an investment. And this is kind of going back to the old school mommy trader days. Someone mentioned mommy trader to me at some point, and I'm checking out her YouTube page. I'm going back to her playlist that's set aside for investing one-on-one, and just trying to listen to what it is that she has to say and do some research on my own. She did reference that there were some different apps that you could use in order to do your trading. I already started with public.com because that's the one that Sweets uses. So I went ahead and signed up for that, put $100 over in that initially, and that was about a year ago, and I literally have not touched it since then. So I have to download the app even to my iPad mini so that I can start to track. So there will be occasionally some quick videos on just the steps that I'm taking. If you're like me and you want to get into investment, but you've not really found the path to be able to do that, of course, check out Mommy Trader. She's been doing this for multiple years and has a lot of good information to share. But if you're like me, it's hard to go back through those YouTube videos and start at the bottom and work your way up through those videos and really make moves at the same time. So some of this is going to be hit and miss. So I am not a financial advisor. I want to make sure I say that. I'm not an investment guru. Please don't come for me in the comments. This is just Monique trying to learn more about investment, and she's going to take you guys along on the ride with her. Again, it's not even going to be a weekly thing. I don't think I'm going to even put any money towards that until we hit like the 30-day mark, like at the end of the month. But you know, $1 a day is something she talked about being able to invest, and so that's kind of the route that I'm going to go. But I'm going to take you guys through me just learning about it overall and how I'm investing my money and then what it's yielding. So maybe twice a month I'll create a video around that. I'm not sure, but I did want to let you guys know I am making those changes. So by the time I get paid on tomorrow, we'll be changing that allocation from $5 to $10. And then whatever I have saved up, it should be about $40 a month. I'm going to take 30. That's with the idea of $1 a day. I'm going to take 30 of that and put that towards the public.com site. I know some of you guys use Robinhood and some other things. I'm going with my Sweets and what he's going with. And so that's where I'm going to go as far as that piece is concerned. And then I'm going to start, I've started already watching the Mommy Trader playlist, the one that she has for budgeting or investing one-on-one. I'm going back to that one and using that one just to start to understand what's going on there. And then the June challenge. So when I got rid of my 100 envelope challenge and I unstuffed all of that, I told you one of the main reasons why I did that was because Sweets will be going on the family vacation with us now that we're married. That's always been a stipulation of my brother's. Look, he not taking no random people and paying for them to have a free vacation. So with that said, last year he went with us, but we did not have time to plan. We got married in May and the trip was in June, and he missed a full weekend of work, which roughly accounts for about $1,500 worth of money between that Saturday and Sunday. With that said, we want to be more proactive in making sure we have enough money to account for that so that bills don't go late. He can still pay for the things that he needs to pay for. With that said, we needed to come up with a plan. So we wanted to get $2,000 by June the 20th, which is when the trip I think is supposed to be. And that's a guesstimate. Usually it's around the third week of June. I'm not sure yet, but that's what I'm thinking it's going to be. That gives us roughly 24 weeks, and that averages out to $83.33 a week. We've decided that we're going to make that amount about $75. We're going to try and save $75 saving is what we're going to try and do. I get paid bi-weekly. Sweets gets paid, has income coming in multiple times a week, but we're going to offset this particular savings. I'm going to save 1 week. He's going to save 1 week. That way I'm always saving on a paycheck cycle, and he doesn't have to worry about saving for this every single time he gets paid. So we're going to try and do that, and hopefully that will work. So those are the 3 things that we're going to at least initially do here at the beginning of Q1 for 2025. Now, when you look at the budget, remember we start on December the 27th for the budget, and here is how it lays out. I'm going to go in a little bit more so you guys can see. So rollover, I'm not anticipating anything, although we do have some in there. I don't want to touch it because I may be using that to help with the Transfer Tuesdays. I don't know how much money I have, and I still don't want to lose sight of the fact that I want to get that Citi credit card paid off. So I may be dipping into that buffer in order to handle it. We'll see. I plan on putting $13.75 in the bills account, $9.50 in the variable account. Micah should be giving me $50. So that totals $23.75. Mortgage gets his $335. Auto gets $255. Those are on a split bill payment. Gas is $102. It's set on a budget billing. Electric is $150. I had anticipated that going down. It is not going down. That's probably from all of these people that are living in this house, but we'll see. Verizon is coming in at $148. I am actively working on with Mint Mobile to get 2 lines, like a family plan. Move over 2 lines. That would be my son's line and my daughter's line, because my phone has like a payment plan on it with Verizon, so I can't move that one just yet. But I'm working through that. But for right now, we need to still take care of that Verizon. That total is $990 for all of the fixed expenses. When you subtract that from $23.75, you get $13.85. Here are all the variable amounts that we have, that we tend to give to, and they all are ones that you're used to seeing. This week is class dues. So I think it's dues due for this paycheck, because I think I gave emergency last. So this $25 works for one or the other, just depending on what I have going on. Bonus kids, and then Little Bean is getting $15, and it's really $14. Remember, I'm doing that 2025 challenge. It's the 2 and the 5. When you add that together, it's $7. And I want to fill in 2 of the sections. So with that, that'll be a total of $14 overall. And what was I doing? Why is that not there? And how did I finish off the rest of the numbers if I didn't have that down? 120, 25, 20, 15, $690 is what I'm coming up with. And this is going to be purplish color. All right, so $13.85. So that leaves me with $695. Next, we go over to Nelnet. This is debt. It's the only one that I have for this particular paycheck cycle. This is on a split bill. So plus 45. I must have erased the numbers by mistake. Nope, they're wrong. All right. So then that should be $650 as leftover. All right, so once I pay Nelnet. So let me make sure I have these right, because I came up with $645. Am I off? 220 plus 80, 60, 60, 50, 40, 120, 25, 20, 15. Nope, $690. So that should leave $695 to work with. Nelnet was $45. So that now leaves me with $650 that I'm working with. And now we come over to our sinking funds. So the $150 for buffer, $120 for subscriptions, and $80 for property insurance. Now, this will be week 1 for contributing to that June vacation. So that's going to be $75. So that totals, I don't know if you see that in gray, but that totals $425. Yes, $425. Next, we've got Xerxes, Corinne, family fun and gifts all gets 10. Those are the next set of priorities. The lower set of priorities is birthday, YouTube gyms, and shopping. Each of those get 5. Monday Mini is coming down from $140 down to $100. I am still contributing directly to Little Bean's binder here as well for $30. So this, for this variable expense, is just that one 2025 challenge. It probably should go over here. it should probably be over here. And I may go ahead and move that over. And so that will be a total of 45 overall that I'm giving to his binder, regardless of what. Emergency prep, I'll treat through this Monday mini, as well as some other personal challenges that I am going to give to also. So y'all, Sweets bought me, as one of my gifts, Sweets bought me some budget envelopes. Now, he bought them and they're pink. And I have no idea why he bought me pink envelopes, because there ain't nothing pink about me. Ain't nothing pinkish about me at all. But I am so happy and grateful for them that I decided I'm going to make my own personal binder and use the pink envelopes that he has. Now, this was the only non-petty gift that I got. I got 2 petty gifts for Christmas. I got a set of tweezers, apparently for my chin hairs. And I got a pill dispense bottle, because apparently I'm getting old. And I might show you a picture of it. I actually thought that one was pretty cute. So we did petty and not petty gifts. So anyway, I decided to use the pink envelope specifically for like a personal kind of savings thing that I wanted to do. The categories for this is going to be date night, of course. I'm pulling this out of my wallet, and I'm going to have a sinking fund for that. I have one just for personal, for whatever it is that I want to do as far as shopping or anything like that is concerned. I have one for November. So this is the birthday one that I'm doing based on a recommendation from Clarissa, Coffee and Budgets, where she said maybe take the change that I have and put it towards a birthday party for myself and Bean. And I am going to do that. So I'm using any ones that I can afford to put in here, as well as the change. And then if I have any extra dollars, I want to use that as well. I have one for debt, because I still want to try and contribute to this as I can. And making it a part of a challenge always makes things a lot easier to make sure there's money going towards it. So y'all, have one for a wedding. So Sweets and I decided to go to the courthouse, and I think it was the best decision ever. But we always wanted to have some type of event for family and friends to attend, because we did it very quickly. My family wasn't able to. I still think my mom has a few feelings about it, but my family wasn't able to attend, and my closest friends were not able to attend because they don't live here. And so with that said, and my closest friend that does live here, Shan, she ended up having something she had to do with her auntie. So I think I want to save up for this. This is not something that we have planned. We don't have a set date on it. We're just going to start to save up to say, what do we want to have? Maybe a way of renewing our vows might be cool. I don't know. We'll see. But I do have that one listed here. And then one for Christmas funds. So last year, 2023, I had enough money to do all of Christmas. I was done by the end of November. May have been at end of October, beginning of November, and I did not have to worry about swiping my card. That was not the case for 2024. So I need to plan a little bit better, especially because it'll be Bean's true first Christmas. So I know I'm going to spend a lot of money. So I have that one in here as well. So this is the Sweets binder, because Sweets bought me these pink envelopes, and I said I was going to figure out a way to use it. So the Sweets binder is now added to the lineup. So with that said, I'm going to use some of my Monday mini categories to fund both of those. I'm going to have 3 envelopes from the emergency prep, 3 envelopes that I'm working from the Sweets binder, and then we'll just run our Monday minis from there. It'll be 2 sets of $50 that I'll do for those 2 weeks. When you add all of these numbers together, so I said that was for $425. I don't have to add that again. So that's $40 plus 15 plus 100 plus 30 equals 185 plus 425 equals $610. So we're going to take 610 and we're going to subtract that from 650, and that equals $40 that's remaining. So I am good to go here. So if you guys know and watch my last Transfer Tuesday, I needed to come up with like $13.18 or something like that to get to $350 for the month of December that I will have paid on the city credit card. So I'm going to do $15 there. So that should leave me with 25 instead here. And that means this was $625. All right. So if this is looking all right, I should be under budget by $25, and then we'll see what I can do with that. But that's it. That's the budget with me. Long video. I apologize, but it's all good. And then that's it. Yep. So we'll be back to do a cash stuffing at some point and then do our budget versus actuals. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.